Hey there to my true crime community. I wanted to do a video. I'm doing a segment called the Throwback Series. This is where I go back and I take some stories that I've done in my career in the past. If you're new to my channel, I'm a former journalist, and after being diagnosed with MS, and then 2 years after breast cancer, I'm unable to work in the broadcast news industry because it's just way too high paced for me. So I like to go back and take a look at stories I've covered and get updates. A veteran who was homeless and got a makeover.
I'm speaking with Rob Bliss, who's the creator of a video that's gone viral of a homeless Army vet getting a makeover. Hey Rob, thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So the video's had nearly 5 million views in 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible, it's growing every day, and it's just amazing to see the response.
The last time you checked, how many hits did it have?
I think we passed 8 million a few hours ago, so
Wow.
I can't keep track.
So keeping track of this, now a dental company has also reached out and they want to offer to help Jim, who's featured in your video, get a new smile.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's a lot of people in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where Dégagé Ministries is from, and we got a lot of people calling in and they want to help out in any way possible. And we're having lots of dentists as well come in and they're saying, hey, we want to help, we're going to volunteer, we're going to donate our services to help Jim get back on his feet, and it's a big help.
Did you expect this video to go viral when you made it?
I had reason to think it had the potential, but you never really know. I thought we'd be successful. I didn't think it would be this successful. I thought we'd have maybe 500,000. That was a goal of mine with this one, but then it's just taken off. And in hindsight, I can see why it happened, but man, it takes you by surprise every time it happens.
So how did you meet Jim?
I met Jim through Dégagé Ministries. They hooked me up with him and said, here's a guy. He's starting to get back on his feet a little bit. He's really excited about this project. He's dedicated to help making it happen. I met with him. We spent days together, just driving around to different appointments and just really working through this project together. And he's just been a huge help. I have to thank Dégagé for putting me in touch with him.
Right, and his life has changed from this video, just from people reaching out to help, right?
It's definitely going in a much more positive direction than it was. Now, granted, it's important for people to remember this. We'd be crazy to think that any one video is going to change and undo decades of poverty, but it's a start. That we have great reason to think that things are starting to change. We've seen a lot of success that he's having with sobriety. Him, starting to attend AA and as well getting his own place in the near future. A lot of great indications that things are moving in a positive direction, but this is the first corner turned. It's not the finish line, but we're going to get there.
And what does he think about the response from the video?
Well, I got to talk on the phone with him a couple of days after, and he was just so excited. He was just thrilled and happy about everything. He was just amazed by the response, much like I was. And so, I think he's starting to really see the potential for a new beginning, and that's just amazing to see and be a part of.
What's Jim like? Because we don't really hear him talk or speak or anything in that video. What's his personality like? Yeah,
well, Jim is interesting. He's so talkative, but in the video, you don't really see it. We actually asked him to not talk at all, and he's the most talkative person I met. And, he's so dedicated that he didn't say a word during the whole video shoot. So, he's real talkative, friendly, he's a real, warm-hearted guy, and it seems like he could be friends with anyone. He's very open-armed and, a heartwarming person. Well,
it's great to hear that you reached out and you helped change his life, and I saw that she had a team of people working with you. Why did you choose to do the video in the first place?
A lot of reasons. I wanted to do something that was going to help a nonprofit organization and help raise funds so that they can keep doing what they do well. And Dégagé Ministries has been around for over half a century, and so I wanted to pitch in and do my piece, for a nonprofit. But, also, once I met Jim, I knew that I really wanted to help him just one-on-one. such a personal connection that I'm now very deeply invested in him and his life and his success.
And just so we know, what are the organization websites that we can visit so we know that we're donating safely if we also want to help out?
What you can do is in the YouTube description, there is a link to a place where you can donate directly. You can also just go to degagéministries.org and donate to them there as well. So there's a lot of different ways. And it's been amazing. You know, people donated over $40,000 so far, which is going to go a long way to helping a lot of these guys out. So it's amazing what the response has been so far, and we definitely encourage people to keep donating.
Well, you've definitely made an impact out there on the internet. We appreciate your time in talking about the video you created.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
I just wanted to share that video, and I do plan to check and see what the current status is for this. Yep, sorry, kiddos in the background. I do plan to check and see what's going on with Jim. Interview in 2013 or 2014. So it would be interesting to see where he is today and maybe even do an interview with him. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for the support. And I always wanted to pop up here some of these nonprofits that you can donate to, because it is so important to make sure that your money is going towards an organization, National Coalition for Homeless Veterans. And there's also another person that you can reach out to on YouTube. Her name is Amber, and her podcast is called Into the Woods. And she, in the comment section, I will tag her page. And I hope that if you are a vet and you're interested in getting into podcasting, you'll reach out to her. The service is absolutely free. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. And